there, it's Angela Hochman, your host here on STL TV. I am very excited to chat with my next guest. We snagged Emma Klues. She is the Vice President of Communications and Outreach of the Great Rivers Greenway. That's a mouthful.
It is.
How's it going, Emma?
Great, thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. So let's get kind of one-on-one for just a minute. Define Greenway for some people that might not be familiar.
Absolutely. So there's a couple pictures on the map here, but a greenway is an outdoor space that connects people and places together. So it typically includes four things: a trail, almost always paved and fully accessible, so people can walk, run, push a stroller, roll a wheelchair, ride a bike.
Awesome.
The second piece of it is the conservation projects and things that we do for the environment along the way.
Cool.
And then, of course, amenities, drinking fountains, benches, bike racks, things that you need.
Yeah.
And then all the destinations that you want to get to along the different routes.
Wow. So in 2023, there are how many new greenways opening?
8 different segments are opening this year. So that's a big year for us.
How many currently exist?
There are so many different segments. There's about 30 something. It's 135 miles total by the end of this year.
Is there a favorite greenway that you have, dare I ask?
I mean, definitely not, but yes, we all do have our favorites.
Of course.
One of my favorites is the Maline Greenway in North County in Bellefontaine County Park. Is really a delightful one. There's just really big trees, and I really like feeling a little bit smaller and being immersed in nature that way.
In this great big world, I think that's really amazing. How would you say that it sort of reflects the character of the community, all these different greenways?
Exactly. The whole process, the way that we go about this is listening to the community first and figuring out what people want and need. What are the routes? Where do they want to go? What are the stories that are important to that area? What should we be interpreting on signs or through walking tours? Then we go through, design and engineering and figuring out all the logistics, and then into construction, and then we celebrate. So each greenway is different because the communities are all different.
Oh, that's interesting. So that the people have a voice.
Absolutely.
How do you even start that conversation?
Great question. It really depends. It depends on the community. Sometimes we might do an open house. Sometimes it might be door to door going to talk to folks, or a mailing to talk to everybody.
Oh, that's cool.
Sometimes it might be popping up at a block party or an event that they're already having, and just having our booth or table with information, talking to business leaders, talking to schools, churches, you name it. We want to collaborate.
That is awesome. So it's not just, hey, let's make this cool, nice paved path. It's like, what does the community want? Let's build around their desires.
Exactly.
That's a big project.
Yeah, it's tons of them all the time.
Yes, yeah. And talk a little bit about the connections maybe that you've even seen in your career.
Yeah, so a lot of these greenways, sometimes they might be on an existing park or in a natural area. Sometimes they might be making a huge connection of what was a barrier before. So it might have been a river that was hard to cross over, or a highway, and now these communities are connected together. So we really, we really transcend the boundaries and the barriers that are there. We're working in the watersheds. We're working outside of zip codes or wards or municipalities to connect lots of different communities together.
That's amazing. And speaking of connections, literally can connect neighborhood to neighborhood. What kind of feedback have you gotten from people that have started on one part of it, ended in a whole other area that maybe they haven't experienced before?
Yes, that's really exciting to hear from people that they can really explore their community in a different way. Because also, if you're not driving, you're seeing different things. You're picking up on what's new. Maybe there's a new business coming in and you stop to check it out. One example that I always look at is the St. Vincent Greenway goes from the Missouri History Museum in Forest Park all the way up to the University of Missouri St. Louis, UMSL's campus.
Oh my gosh.
If you think about those two destinations, you probably are thinking about a couple different highways to get there.
Yeah, on
and it's
170.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so if you were just going to take a walk or a bike ride, it's only 7 miles. It's not actually even that far. But as we're closing the gap on that connection, people could go there maybe hopping on and off the train if they want, or they could actually just ride their bike all the way there, no big deal.
That is absolutely amazing. It's like kind of a new and improved way to be a tourist in your own city.
Absolutely.
That's one of my absolute favorite things to do. And it's like probably people that are avid, bicyclists, cyclists, they might get sick of their same old trail.
Totally.
So why not start in one city, explore, let yourself get lost,
if
you will.
Exactly.
That's amazing. So can you share a couple of what's on the horizon with these greenways?
Yes, we have lots of openings this year. So we started right here. The Brickline Greenway opened in February, the new section right outside of the City Park Soccer Stadium. So that was very exciting.
What?
And
What a
included
cool new way to
huge-
navigate the city.
Exactly. And they have got great bike parking at the stadium as well. So if you are riding your bike down there, plenty of spaces in their garage.
Perfect.
So we opened that in February, as well as the Pillars of the Valley Art Monument by Damon Davis. That's a tribute to the residents of Mill Creek Valley, the neighborhood that was demolished and about 20,000 people were displaced back in the 50s.
Oh my gosh.
Really cool tribute to them as part of that project. And then looking forward, Berg Garden, the Catherine Ward Berg Garden is a little space that's just on Laclede's Landing on the other side of the Eads Bridge from the Gateway Arch National Park.
Oh, okay.
So that will open later this month, April 23rd, from 2 to 4 p.m. We invite people to come down and check it out. Free dessert and music, and hopefully they can grab some food from the many wonderful restaurants on the landing and come celebrate and enjoy.
That is absolutely amazing. Any more popping up?
There's 6 more, so I won't go into all of the specific details, but all of those orange dots here, we have there's a new bridge over the Merrimack River along right at 44 and 270. So it connects across that river, fully separated for people walking and biking separate from the cars. So people feel safe and comfortable getting across. And then there's a portion of the Deer Creek Greenway that is in Brentwood as a part of the Brentwood Bound project. So that will be opening later this year as well. And then 2 segments of the St. Vincent Greenway. So that's the one that we were just talking about with Forest Park up to Umsel. So one of those sections is in Wellston. It's a new section going from Trojan Park over to the site of their former high school, Eskridge High School. So there's a new pocket park, and you can see Ingleholm Creek better than you could before. And then jumping up a little bit further, there's a new section along the St. Charles Rock Road that helps you get into St. Vincent County Park, which is where the rest of the Greenway goes. So
how much in your career
so many.
you have learned so much about the history of St. Louis and its surrounding areas, and then also like you're part of building the future.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Exactly. That's really exciting to be able to hear from community members what's important to them, what parts of that history should be elevated or unearthed and celebrated, and what they really want moving forward.
Yeah,
so
give the people what they want.
It's an honor to deliver on that vision for those folks.
Wow, I know this is a loaded question, but can you share just some benefits from greenways?
Yes, so there's sort of the immediate benefits that people can get individually, right? You can get outside, get active, get exercise, use them for transportation, get around town, fresh air, connect to nature, enjoy time with your family and friends.
Yeah.
But then there are also these sort of regional level benefits, right? That it's good for our civic well-being. So we're improving the environment along the way as we go, good for natural resources and for our air quality and water and all of those kinds of good reasons, as well as helping our local economy. So, we see these as something that can help boost property values and be an attractive part of why people might want to live and work and play here.
Definitely.
And putting all of the tax dollars that we get to build the greenways back into the economy with, designers and construction folks and all those.
I mean, I just can't get over what a neat way to explore different parts. Like, if somebody was considering moving to U City or so anywhere, Del Mar, whatever, and then you experience it not just driving around the neighborhood, but you're a pedestrian, you get to feel what it's like.
Yep. Maybe you bump into a prospective new neighbor and chat about what it's like and figure out a great restaurant to go to, those types of things.
Right, and just kind of opens your eyes to new businesses, because Lord knows when you're driving, you shouldn't be like, what's that thing?
Exactly.
Not a good thing.
Right.
But it just sort of lets you open up your eyes and appreciate all that you all are doing. That's incredible.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I want to thank you so much for your time today. Where can people learn a bit more about the Great Rivers Greenway and all that's to come in the future?
Yes, so greatriversgreenway.org is our website, and if they're interested in some of those openings, we talked about several of them, and then there's even more in Olivet and St. Charles and St. Peter's. greatriversgreenway.org/openings has all the information.
Perfect. And what I thought was so cool, I did this morning, is go on greatriversgreenway.org and you can find a greenway near you.
Yes.
You can just pop in your little zip code and it'll give you a whole list. And depending on what you're looking to, what kind of adventure you want to have that day, you can find a greenway that's perfect for you and your family.
Yep, that's the dream. You can search by whether you want hilly or flat or sunny or shady or what kinds of things are important to you.
It can get that focused.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. gosh. I'd be like, I want the flattest, partially sunny.
Yeah.
That is incredible. You really do listen to what people want in all ways, and I think that's amazing.
Yep, these are their tax dollars, so we want to make sure they're going exactly where they want them to go.
Well, I'm sure we appreciate it. I'll speak for everyone and say thank you.
Yeah.
I just think it's really, really incredible, and I want to get out there and explore. It makes even maybe not the most outdoorsy person want to get the heck outside because it's beautiful, and why not? Emma, thank you so much for your time. Thanks for all that you do. It's really, really incredible.
Great to be here. We'll see you on the Greenways.
Yes, I'll see you there. That is going to do it right now. Thank you so much for tuning in to STL TV. Make sure you follow us on social media. You know we're all over the place. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, you name it, we're there. Also, there's the good old website, stltv.net. You can check out all that's going on here. And that's going to do it. Keep it locked right here where you get to experience St. Louis. We'll see you next time.